What's up, all you legends? Welcome back to part 3 of our Pokemon Dark Worship walkthrough. Then today we're going to take on our first Gym Leader challenge. We're at the Coral City Gym, and the Gym Leader Sonnen uses fighting-type Pokemon. So we're going to see how difficult it is for us to defeat the first Gym Leader. So far, the game has been fairly easy. We did battle Barry in the previous video, and that was our first tough battle. I'm very curious to see what the first Gym Leader is like. Usually the first Gym Leaders are fairly easy in all of these games. They're kind of like a introduction to Gym Leaders, but then afterwards it gets a lot more difficult. So now we're just battling a couple of the trainers in the gym. I'm skipping through a lot of these to save us time so the video doesn't drag on too long. And here we've finally made it. Here's Sonnen. Welcome to my gym. My name is Sonnen. I'm your first challenge to get the gym badges and participate in the Pokemon League. I'm an expert on fighting type Pokemon. Get ready to suffer. Okay, so here we are challenged by Gym Leader Sonnen, and his first Pokemon he sent out is Scraggy. In the previous video, I did mention that there is level caps in this game, so the current level cap is level 18. Once your Pokemon hit this level, you only get 1 experience after any Pokemon battle, so you can't really level up past level 18 until you defeat the first Gym Leader. So that's why Scraggy is level 17. Most of Sonnen's Pokemon should be around the level cap, so 17 or 18. And this is just to keep it fair, so that it's not too easy for us. And Sonnen's used the potions, so he's trying to keep Scraggy alive. My first Pokemon is Staravia. Staravia did evolve in the previous video, and as you guys should know, flying-type moves are quite effective against fighting-type Pokemon, and lucky I have a couple flying-type Pokemon in my team currently. And whoa, Sonnen's Scraggy has Dynamaxed. He is really pulling out everything to keep this Scraggy alive. He's used potions, he's Dynamaxed it, and he's knocked out my Staravia. So Sonnen is in the lead. I'm going to send out another flying-type Pokemon. I've got a level 18 Pidove, so we can also Dynamax, but I'm going to try and save mine for later on. If we can knock out Scraggy without Dynamaxing, that should put us in good stead. And my Pidove got knocked out in 1 shot, so with 2 Pokemon down, this is not looking good. My next Pokemon I've sent out is Pichu, and he's just finished off the Dynamax Scraggy, so at least that's out the way. And luckily Sonnen's only got 3 Pokemon, so that should make it a lot easier for us. I think because he's the first Gym Leader, they've only given him 3 Pokemon in his team. If he had 6, we'd be in a lot of trouble. And the next Pokemon he sent out is a level 18 Holucha. And Holucha's using Substitute, which is a super annoying attack. Holucha is infamously known to be quite a difficult Pokemon to battle. It does have quite fast speed, and Substitute can be really annoying. Luckily, Pichu's electric attacks will be effective against flying types. So if we do land an attack eventually, we should be able to do some serious damage. Okay, and we do hit a Thunder Shock, and it's super effective. Holucha's been knocked out. So there's only 1 Pokemon left, and it's an electric type, Electabuzz. So that's interesting. I wasn't expecting an Electabuzz for a fighting type Gym Leader, but I suppose it does have like Thunder Punch and that. Okay, I've only got 3 Pokemon left. my Totodile is gonna be pretty weak against Electabuzz. But I'm gonna send out Fungus, which is a grass type. And Electabuzz has a fire attack, so that's good. It's super effective against Fungus. It seems Electabuzz might have all the different punch attacks: Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. He knocked out my Pokemon. I'm gonna send out Dottler now. Dottler is a bug type, so I think the electric attacks might be quite effective. And it's time to Dynamax. I think I need to. Things aren't looking good for us. I need some help. So Dynamax should just give us that extra bit of defense and HP. I'm really looking forward to Dottler evolving. I've never used Orbeetle in any run before, and it looks like a cool Pokemon. Bug and Psychic type. And we knocked out Electabuzz, so it wasn't as easy as I thought. Even though Sonnen had 3 Pokemon, he nearly cleaned out my whole team. And he says congratulations to us. So we get the bulk badge now. And we should have unlocked the next level cap. I'm guessing it's around level 27, 28. So our Pokemon should be able to level up again. And we got TM08, which is bulk up. And we got a Fightanium Z, so we can use Z-type moves for fighting type attacks. That's really cool. One thing I have liked about Dark Worship is you get a lot of cool abilities and things early on in the game. We already can Dynamax and use Z-type moves, and we're at the first gym leader, so that's a really cool touch in this game. Okay, so yeah, we got our first gym badge. That's awesome. And now Blue comes and says, I'm glad I found you. And he was investigating that strange group that we saw at Mystery Lake. And he has asked some people, and there's a legend in Luris Cave. So he's gonna go and have a look in Luris Cave, and I think that's where we gotta head next. I did show you guys all the Pokemon you can find in Luris Cave at the end of last video, and it was packed with amazing Pokemon. So I am gonna come and catch a couple of the Pokemon in the cave. There's some cool dragon and steel-type Pokemon. And one thing I have noticed in this game now, after catching a couple Pokemon, is if there is a rare Pokemon for that area, it is super tough to catch. Like in this cave, some of the rare Pokemon are Bagon and Beldum, and they're super hard to come across in the wild. And when you do come across them, they're super tough to catch. Like I've used 50 Ultra Balls and still not caught some of them. I do like that they've made it that difficult and challenging to get the stronger, more rare Pokemon. It does give you a little bit more of a challenge to get a super cool team. So I do like it, but it is really tough, so I just want to let you guys know it's not easy catching the rare Pokemon for each specific area. Okay, we've battled a couple people in Luris Cave, and we've found a ladder to the next floor. We've just picked up a Genius Wing, so we might use that later or possibly sell it. And let's see what Pokemon are in the second floor of Luris Cave. Okay, Denny, Sableye, Zubat, Onyx, that's cool, Shuckle, Smeargle, Misdreavus, Murkrow, Dunsparce, Lunatone, Jangmo, and Koofant. Okay, so Jangmo is actually one of my favorite dragon-type Pokemon. And we just picked up a hidden Great Ball. In the last video, I did mention to search all the rocks and bushes and things for items, because you can find a ton of items and little rocks hidden everywhere. Okay, and we're slowly working our way through. We're picking up a lot of cool items. We just got a full restore. And Dunsparce is also an interesting Pokemon to add to your team. I'm definitely going to come catch a few. I'm not sure which I'm going to add to my team. But Luris Cave is an amazing place to catch some cool Pokemon, especially for this early on in the game. And here we have found Blue, and he says there's some strange code that we need to figure out in order to enter the secret room that some of the Dark Worship members went through. So here, this is the passage that he used, and he's tried everything to decipher it, but he couldn't work it out. So it's kind of written in Braille. And you do have to do a bit of research in order to decipher it. But I'm going to show you guys the order and how to get through this. You have to select the rocks below in a certain order, and if you get the order correct, we will unlock the secret passage. So we're going to start here with the top left one, move to the bottom right. It kind of goes in the shape of a star, like if you have to draw a star. So we go on to the central left, and then central right, and then bottom left. If you do all those stones in the correct order, the code is accepted, and all the rocks change color. And Blue says, "You did it, Flips. I knew you were too smart for these villains. So let's go after the Dark Worship member, Izac. Flips, come here, check it out." Here we have found Izac, and he's found Yveltal, which is crazy. That's one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. If we can catch it, I will try and catch it for sure. Okay, but it looks like Izac has caught it before we could. That's not good, so we might have to battle Yveltal. Stop, Izac. We saw everything that happened here. Let's call the authorities to step in with this. What are you doing? This is very inhumane. Using Pokemon as if their weapon is cruel. Don't make me laugh, you insolent brat. Am I a joke to you? I'm the mighty Izac, the greatest priest of all time. Do you think I'll surrender so easily? We'll solve this by fighting. So it looks like we're going to battle Izac again. Will we have to battle Yveltal? I hope not. Okay, and the first Pokemon he sent out is Marowak, but the alternate form, so I think this is like a ghost fire type or something, Marowak, which is really cool looking. And the first Pokemon I sent out is Pidove, who's reached level 20. I am waiting for it to evolve. And it looks like Isaac's only got 2 Pokemon, so it shouldn't be all that tough, even though his Pokemon are quite cool. And it looks like Pidove has been knocked out. He's put in a bit of work, though. And I've only got 2 Pokemon left. I haven't healed my Pokemon after battling old people to reach here, which was probably a mistake on my end. And Dottler was knocked out as well, so I've only got 1 Pokemon left. Things aren't looking good for me. It's all down to you, Fungus. Hopefully we can try revive a Pokemon or 2. Okay, let's see. Fungus's attack fell. And even though my attack's quite effective, it's not doing much damage. I think we're gonna have to try and revive someone. At least 1 or 2 of my Pokemon. I should have really left Luris Cave and healed my Pokemon before coming to challenge Izac, so keep that in mind for your run. Or use some potions before you battle him. I do have some potions and revives. I should have done that before taking him on. Okay, I'm gonna revive Pidove again. He did put in a bit of damage, and my Fungus is knocked out, but looks like we should be able to take out Marowak pretty soon. And Staravia is currently my strongest Pokemon. It's level 21. So hopefully it can attack first. It can't. But we do survive the attack and we knock out Marowak. Now let's see what the second Pokemon Izac has. Is it Yveltal? No. Phew. Thank goodness. But it's a Mimikyu, which is also super strong psychic ghost type Pokemon. And Mimikyu's got its famous disguise ability, so our first attack doesn't do much damage. Now it's down to Pidove. We've got one Pokemon left. Mimikyu is level 19. Pidove is level 20. We're only at half health. It's not looking good. We're gonna have to use a potion or something. Come on, Pidove, you can do it. It's too risky. I'm gonna try use a super potion. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to take out Mimikyu now. Okay, and we've still got the leftovers item, which is healing my Pidove every turn. So that's gonna help a bit as well. You can get leftovers from Munchlax. I recommend catching a couple Munchlax and then taking the leftover items from them. Ooh, Pidove's got 2 health left and we just defeat Izac. We leveled up to level 21. Talk about a close battle. That was super tough. And Pidove is evolving. He deserves it. He is the man of the battle, our VIP. And Pidove has evolved into Tranquil. So that's awesome. All my bird flying type Pokemon are evolving now. It's definitely going to give us an edge moving forward. And Izac said he's going to try and catch Xerneas next. He wants to catch all the legendary Pokemon, so he's super strong. We got to stop the Dark Worship Priests. Okay, so we got to stop this evil team at any costs and try to stop him from catching Xerneas. And before we leave, there are 2 fossils here that Izac has left. So you have a choice to pick one, and whichever you don't pick, Blue will take the one left over. So I'm not sure which fossils are for which Pokemon. And I think I'm going to go with a jaw fossil. A kind of thing that could be like a dinosaur type Pokemon. So Blue takes the other one. We'll see what comes out of the fossil later on in the game. But that's all there is to do in Luris Cave. After you've defeated Izac, you can make your way back out to the town. I definitely am going to go heal my Pokemon first things first. And yeah, definitely recommend you spend some time in the cave and catch some cool Pokemon for your team. We still need to go and learn the cut move because we can't get through here yet. But now that we've got the gym badge, you can come and talk to this man and he'll teach us the new move that will allow us to cut. So we've got Crazy Axe in Dark Worship. They don't call it cut, they call it Crazy Axe. So now we can finally cut down these little trees and make our way to the next town. But before that, there's one little thing we need to do. I am going to go heal my Pokemon. And if you guys remember in the previous video, there was an Eevee hiding in Wire Forest, but we couldn't reach it because it had trees blocking the entrance. So now that we can cut the trees down, I am going to go back and try catch that Eevee. Eevee is such a cool Pokemon. It's got so many different evolution forms. So hopefully we can catch the Eevee. I'm not sure which form I should evolve it into. Let me know in the comments. Which Pokemon should I evolve Eevee into? I do like Umbreon, I do like Espeon, I like Glaceon, but let me know in the comments. Okay, we've found Eevee and it's level 15, so it's not too weak. We're gonna try and weaken its HP, and hopefully we can catch it fairly easy. I do have a couple great balls, and boom! Gotcha! Eevee was caught. Okay, so now we can add Eevee to our team. An extremely rare Pokemon that can evolve into a number of evolutions. So now that we've caught Eevee, that's all there is to do pretty much. We're gonna make our way back to Coral City, Coral Town, and we'll continue to the next city in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.